Before toilet paper, people used corn cobs, rope, broken pottery, and in some cases, a shared sponge on a stick. For most of human history, hygiene after the bathroom was uncomfortable, unsanitary, and sometimes dangerous. So, how did a simple roll of paper become one of the most essential products on Earth? This is the history of toilet paper. It's something almost everyone uses, multiple times a day, and yet we almost never think about it. But the invention of toilet paper is deeply connected to urbanization, disease prevention, industrialization, and even global panic. I'm Aiden Thomas of Hidden History, and this is the story of how civilization learned to wipe, the invention of toilet paper. For most of human history, people used whatever was available. In ancient Rome, public latrines used a sponge on a stick called a tersorium. It was rinsed in salt water and reused by everyone. In ancient Greece, broken pieces of pottery were used. In coastal regions, shells. In rural America, corn cobs. In medieval Europe, rags, leaves, moss, whatever was nearby. There was no standardized hygiene because there was no plumbing system like we know today, which meant waste management was already a major problem, and toilet hygiene made it worse. Paper was invented in China around 100 BC, but it wasn't used for hygiene immediately. By the 6th century AD, records show that paper was being used for bathroom purposes in China. By the 14th century, the Chinese imperial court was mass producing sheets of toilet paper, over 700,000 sheets per year. Meanwhile, Europe was still using rags and plant material. Why? Because paper was expensive. It wasn't disposable. It was valuable, too valuable to be used only once and discarded. However, in 1857, an American named Joseph Gayetty introduced the first commercially packaged toilet paper. It was sold as medicated paper for the water closet. It came in flat sheets, and it was infused with aloe. Gayetty printed his name on every sheet, which is both bold and slightly strange. But his product didn't explode in popularity because most people were still using newspapers and catalog pages. In fact, the Sears catalog became the unofficial bathroom material in many American homes. Some catalogs included a hole in the corner, specifically so it could hang on a nail near the latrine. The real breakthrough came in 1890. The Scott Paper Company introduced toilet paper on a roll. It was perforated, convenient, standardized. But early toilet paper had a problem. Splinters. Yes, wood splinters. Early paper manufacturing wasn't refined. It took until the 1930s for companies to advertise toilet paper as splinter-free. As indoor plumbing became common in the early 20th century, toilet paper demand exploded because flushing systems required something dissolvable. Rags clogged pipes. Leaves didn't work. Corn cobs were not an option. The Sears catalog did not dissolve. Toilet paper wasn't just comfort, it became infrastructure. Here's what most people don't realize. Toilet paper didn't just make people more comfortable, it helped cities survive. In the 1800s, rapidly growing cities had a serious problem: human waste was everywhere. Overflowing cesspools, contaminated water, sewage in the streets. And with it came disease. Cholera outbreaks killed tens of thousands. Typhoid spread through the drinking water. Dysentery spread through poor sanitation. Entire neighborhoods were wiped out. People didn't fully understand germs yet, but they knew something was wrong. The solution wasn't just flush toilets, it was an entire sanitation system, underground sewer networks, waste treatment, running water, and disposable materials that wouldn't clog pipes. Toilet paper became essential because it could dissolve. Rags clogged infrastructure. Newspapers jammed pipes. Improvised materials broke systems. As modern plumbing spread, toilet paper wasn't optional anymore. It became part of a larger public health transformation that dramatically increased life expectancy. Clean water, functional sewage, personal hygiene. Civilization quietly stabilized itself, and the roll of paper in your bathroom became part of that system. Fast forward to 2020. Within days of global uncertainty and the first days of the lockdown, toilet paper vanished from store shelves across countries, across cultures, across continents. Why toilet paper? It's not food, it's not medicine, but it's visible, bulky, immediate. It represents control over one of the most basic human needs. When supply chains feel fragile, people don't just buy essentials, they buy reassurance. The toilet paper shortage revealed something deeper. Modern life depends on invisible systems working perfectly. Paper mills, transportation networks, retail logistics. When those systems feel unstable, we instinctively reach for the basics: food, water, and yes, toilet paper. Because beneath all the technology and progress, we are still concerned with the same thing humans have always worried about: how to live cleanly, safely, and with dignity. But toilet paper only solves one part of the problem. Because, for most of human history, there wasn't even a proper place to use it. People relied on chamber pots, shared public latrines, or simply the nearest open space. The modern bathroom we know today didn't appear overnight. It required an invention that changed cities, homes, and sanitation forever. In the next episode, the strange and surprisingly dramatic history of the toilet. If you enjoyed uncovering the hidden stories behind this everyday object of toilet paper, subscribe, comment on what episode you'd like to hear next, and hit that like button. Now look around your bathroom. While you may be sitting down or about to wipe, or even watching this video, history is everywhere.